Well, we don't have Sam today. Beekman was a little thirstier than Sam gets. Right, Terry? All right, ladies and gents, happy Sunday morning. We have arrived. We are at Hollyville, Connecticut. And down there is the first of two tunnels that we're going to explore today. We have a stone tunnel, hand dug, which was Housatonic Railroad. We also have a concrete tunnel that was New York and New England, and afterwards it was New Haven. Mr. Terry is already down there, so let's go find him and subsequently go find a tunnel. Okay, here we go. Way down yonder is an old painted yellow step-side pickup bed. How it got down there, one can only imagine. But there's the concrete one. This was New York, New England, I believe. A lot of garbage. Why do people just throw crap down in holes? Why do people do that? 1911. See the date, Terry?
Yes.
On the top, 1911. Yep. Right there. All right, what are you proposing we do? Walk down this way and try to find an easier access?
I'm not lowering you down with a rope.
I really want that pickup bed. All right, so this line is currently active, but it's not abandoned. It is active, and I believe I read somewhere that they do run trains possibly once a week or so. This is in and of itself a big rock cut, and we're gonna go try to find that other stone one and then try to find a path of least resistance. So I'll turn you off, and when we find something I'll turn you on. Ooh, sounds like fun. All right, we found the other side. Here it is. So this is the other side. This is the let's see, northeast portal, and over yonder is the southwest portal of the concrete 1911 tunnel. This is it, and you probably can't see from your comfy chairs, but it's a ways down. Terry has gone on down that way to try to find a better route. So this 1911 concrete tunnel was New York and New England, and it's at the 85-mile mark, part of the Maybrook line, Boston to Maybrook. It was built in 1881, actually. That's the stone part there, and it was modified and upgraded with the concrete in 1911. The New York and New England was bought out by the New Haven. The line was straightened and realigned, hence this. So this is the newly aligned, straightened line. They bypassed having to go through that tunnel. Not quite sure on that year, but that's the road overpass we just came in on up there, right there, and we're parked on over the other side there. But the Hollyville to Waterbury section, which is what this was abandoned and dismantled around 1948. So let's go over here, and right here is the stone tunnel that goes directly underneath the highway road that we just drove over, and this is the stone tunnel. Now this stone tunnel was Housatonic. This stone tunnel was built in 1840 for the Bridgeport to Pittsfield Mass run on the Housatonic. Around 1881, which was roughly 40 years later, when the New Haven absorbed the Housatonic, the New Haven had not yet bought out the New York and New England. New York and New England built a second tunnel in 1881, which is that one over there, and immediately to the north of this one. 1911, the competing railroads with parallel tunnels. New York and New England modified their tunnel to concrete, as I said earlier, and eventually the New Haven bought the New York and New England and ran on this new bed right here. There's a whole lot of info I'm throwing at you early in the video here, so go get a second cup of coffee. In the 1940s, both tunnels were of no more use, and they were abandoned per se, and this line here, which proved to be much straighter, much safer, much easier to maintain, was used from 1948 on. So without further ado, you've gone and got your second cup of coffee. We're gonna go find Terry and see how we can get down there. All right, over yonder is the concrete tunnel, and we came down the main line tracks, came down this rather steep but doable embankment, and we've got these abutments here and there, just beyond the Great Pumpkin. Clearly was a bridge, probably a wooden bridge dating from the fieldstone makeup of these abutments, and I'm thinking it was probably highway. By highway I mean road, vehicular, and it probably, where we came across, is the quote new road. This right here would have been the old road. Mr. Terry's already around the corner, so I definitely need two hands here. I'm gonna, oh, there he is. He's pointing at something. Let's go find him. Hey Terry, what'd you find?
I found a culvert.
Where is it?
And it looks like it was built last year.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Ooh.
sorry.
Oh, look at that. That is pretty. Okay. We've got ties that were cast down. Terry is thinking, and I don't disagree with him, that there's a second one there. The smoke? Oh, the smoke from my brain. All right, let's see if I can do this one-handed and follow Terry. Oh man, it's been a couple weeks since Terry and I were out together here, but here we are. And I've gotten many comments on our videos that whenever Terry's with us, they switch from coffee to beer. So it's almost noontime where we are. Yeah, this is just runoff, no culvert. So finish that second cup of coffee and go switch over to something a little stiffer. Yep, these are definitely tossed over the side. Creosote in the woods. Ooh. I would be remiss if I did not bring you some spoils of man footage. There's some electronic gizmo. There's two tires down there, another tire right there. There's always something. I still want to get back and pull that pickup bed out of the ravine. We'll go. Oh yeah, it does look like a snake. I see the same thing. Terry thought that was a little ribbon snake, but it's a piece of wire. Let me see what it is. Yep. It's a big, here Terry, here's the snake. Ready? Here he comes. Woo! As you can tell, we're getting closer to the northeastern portal. Oh, so we were just talking here. This is a rough one. What do you think, Terry?
I said this is probably the most ambitious climb I've been on.
Tunnel wise.
Any wise.
Yeah, this is a good one.
If you stick with me, it'll just get worse.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around now, folks.
Count on that.
Spoils of man. Hey Terry, you were looking for some spray paint the other day.
Spoils of man. I always said my kids were spoiled. I told them that's a regular smell.
Oh man, Sunday morning dad jokes with Terry. Here we are. You can just barely see up there 1911, and we got an HJLTHH. I have no clue what or who that was, but I'm sure some commenters might. HJLTHH. And we're not talking about the graffiti Susie loves Harry and Harry loves Susie. So oh man, I left my big yellow boots up top because I said, oh, I won't need them. And now look. Well, you know what, Terry? We're not going through there. We're talking several feet of water. But we made it. It's quite an echo. Quite an echo. All right, so after the dad jokes with Terry on a Sunday morning, we're going to do some ciphering. We're going to have Terry come up here. We're both going to kind of get sitting down here, and we're going to give you some Terry and Russ estimates. How long do you think this tunnel is? Let's see the smoke coming out of his ears. Oh.
I'd say about 300 feet.
About 300 feet. I don't disagree. A football field? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so if my ciphering is right on the other side of this portal is that pickup bed. Yes. Yeah. We had to get acclimated to our surroundings here.
We could have done this if we brought hip waders.
If we brought hip waders and it was summer.
However, there is a rise in the middle.
There is a rise in the middle. Well, I don't have my big yellow boots. They're somewhere up top. Volkswagen rim? Oh yeah, look at that. Again, why do people do this? Why do they throw their crap? I'm gonna get right in there, Terry, into the tunnel a little bit, and I'm gonna do a little shout, and I'm gonna see if the echo comes through.
Echo.
Hey. Woo! Hello! Okay, there were a couple of gestures from Terry. That was close. We got drill marks for all you drill marks guys and girls. We got drill marks guys and girls. We got spoils of man folks. We've got, of course, telegraph pole folks. Oh, Terry, look. See that big tree that came down, that oak?
Yes.
Look at that where I'm looking at the drill marks. Look just above it. There's a big fissure, a big crack right there. That chunk is coming down.
It is.
Probably in our lifetime. Yep. Let's hope not in our immediate lifetime while we're here. No. So.
It hasn't moved this way, but it will.
Yeah. So this is the 1911 retrofit of concrete over top of the original stone tunnel. And this was New York and New England, and then New Haven ran through here, and then of course, as I said in my blah 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 at the beginning of this video, they realigned and now they're on the main line up top. No tunnels. So yeah, one more little factoid here while we're here. This being New Haven, ultimately it was called the Maybrook line. That is back west and south. So if you were to go that way, you'd end up in Maybrook, New York. And of course this way, ultimately, if you took it to the terminus, you would end up in Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts to Maybrook, New York. That's the big picture. A whole lot of stops in between. All right, on our way back, we stopped and paused for a moment at this memorable spot. It is verifiable proof. 1, 2, 3. This is indeed, right here, the spot that Mr. Hank Williams stood when he wrote that song, Three Little Tires Sitting in a Creek. You might remember it. All right, clearly, rest your minds, rest your hearts. Clearly, we made it back up, and we were right down there, came back up this way. No sense going any farther that way. That just goes in an easterly direction. But let's go back this way and find that stone tunnel and visit that and see if we can maybe get a ride through that one. You looking for dates?
Yep.
I mean, can't be that hard. 1939. 1939.
Wow. That thing's in awesome shape.
Right there. So you got to figure.
An 80-year-old
Yeah, this line was laid out in 41. So, no, 48. Yeah, thereabouts. At any rate, the 1940s. So that's 39. So that's how old is that, Terry? Let's see if we can put our thoughts together here.
40 to 1920. That's 80 years. 80, 84, 83.
83, 84 years old. Boy, I hope we look good.
When were they welding lines?
How
far back?
This should be sectionalized. Yeah, right here is a joint. Yeah, this is welded rail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
When they started doing that. That's a bad weld.
Well, that's a machine weld. That's not a hand weld. Let's see. Oh, look, 1945. 45 right there. So, where's this one from? Ohio, Steelton. 1945. Can you see? There you go.
Bethlehem. Yes, yeah.
Bethlehem Steel Company. All right, let's go. Oh, right here. I'm looking right through it. Let's go. Here we go, folks. Into the 1840 cut tunnel. It's mooky. Terry says it's pretty mooky. We got drippage. We got runoff. Of course, we did just have 3 inches of rain last night back home, and I'm sure they had similar over here. Yeah. They now in my yes, folks, I do own a computer and I do homework sometimes. They being the folks that posted that article that I read, suggested not to go into this one as it was hand built. It's never been reinforced, and they have had collapses. So, life in hands. Here we go. Whoa!
That's a small collapse.
Yeah, we'll stop right about here. The water in there is also a couple feet deep. But this was 1840, Housatonic Railroad, which ran from, I believe, Bridgeport, Connecticut on up into Pittsfield, Mass eventually. And a whole lot of towns in between. Terry and I are probably most familiar with the Housatonic around the Kent, Connecticut, Cornwall Bridge vicinity up into Great Barrington, Mass. So yeah, this tunnel was used about, if I remember right, 1840 to 1881, 41 years. That one didn't even hurt, Terry. All right, there you have it, the 2 tunnels. This is why we got up this morning, to come here and bring you guys this. There's a whole lot more railroad tunnels around than the average person knows about or wants to know about. There he goes. Being the wise one on this Sunday morning, Mr. Terry pointed out that sign says, beware, folks. 26 feet up in the air are those wires. Don't hit them. Yet, 18 to 20 feet high is the bridge. So, how you can get through one without hitting the other is a mystery. This is the road bridge. This is, let's see, Parmalee Hill Road. Did I get that right? Chicken Parm. Parmalee Hill Road. So if you're following along on your GPS, your data points, your grids, your latitudes and longitudes, we came eastbound on 84 from New York State. We got off exit 9, which is Route 25. We took 25 to Route 6, to Currituck Road, to Parmalee Hill Road, to Daniels Hill Road. Go in about 200 feet, stop, park on the south, walk down this steep hill right over here, and you have arrived. You're welcome.
Remember that there'll be a test on this.
There'll be a test. Freeze frame that. Study. All right. So, this is quite the interesting place. Usually when you go to Walmart, you just buy one pair of pants. We came out here to find a tunnel and we found two. I don't know what the two have to do with each other, but there you go. This is the concrete reinforcing wall that they speak of highly on several of the sites and postings about this spot. This was added, Terry, when they built and realigned and made this main line here for the increased freight, increased tonnage. They didn't want this busting out and freight trains ending up down there by that pickup body. So this is about as close as we're going to get to this western portal of the 1840 tunnel. In 1911 they did make an attempt when they were building the other tunnel and lining it with concrete. They also did it on this side, this west side, and I would guess that perhaps the prevailing westerlies blowing in snow might actually have deteriorated this western wall of stone at a more rapid rate than the eastern wall, and that could be why they invested the money in the concrete.
That's your science moment for the day.
That's it. Okay, let's get out of here. Some beautiful mountain laurel over there. As that little sign right there says welcome. So this road, highway road, vehicular road, that's Route 25. Now you might say, oh boy, look at those shiny rails, right? This is also New York, New England / New Haven. We parked old Beekman over there and we came in here by this SHEPAUG distribution center, I believe it is called, Reload Center. SHEPAUG Reload, SHEPAUG Distribution. We got the switch in the open position for straight, but this is the line that goes into this section. And what Terry and I are thinking about and pondering about is, with the proximity of this building to the rail line and the vintage of it, was it railroad related? We're throwing that out there at you.
Look at the pictures, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The historical sites, I have pictures.
Yeah. So the reason we're here is we figured we're in Hollyville, and we thought we would start at the southernmost terminus of the SHEPAUG. We're doing a couple different stories today in this video. First, segment 1 was, of course, the tunnels. This is our segment 2, if you will. We're starting here in Hollyville, looking for evidence of SHEPAUG. Now, you guys that have been commenting, we so appreciate the input. I was told to come here and look for remnants of the old SHEPAUG right-of-way. Could this be it? Could this be it? Off of the main line into this reload yard here. The gates for us to drive in with a vehicle over there were closed, but this rail gate is open. We probably are not going to go too far in there, but we're going to go and look. Hey, look, gauge bars, gauge rods. I was calling them gauge bars, and one of our friendly subscribers referred to them as gauge rods. I have subsequently also heard them called gauge rods, but I have also called them gauge bars.
Which would have alleviated a lot of confusion for me in Pine Hill.
Yes, Pine Hill would have been a piece of cake for you. All right, so the first little thing we get here, and we don't know if there's cameras in here, Terry, so we probably shouldn't venture beyond wherever.
Well,
but we do
can get up to there and look that way.
Yeah, we do have a lumber car. We also have this loading ramp right here. This is period correct, and a lot of whole brand new nice ties out there. I do believe there might be a second, yeah, there's a second switch right here. So I'm gonna come back out of the yard a little bit. Yeah, there's a second. This just looks like a runaround track, that's all. This is the switch for the runaround track on the main line. So yeah, here at the transload Could this possibly be, again, I'm throwing it out there to you guys that have been helping us out on the SHEPAUG. Could this be original SHEPAUG railroad trackage right of way? We'd love to know. Yeah, Terry's got his eyes on some 2x8s. $1953 on these. 53, correct. So this is an active rail yard. It's a Sunday, well, I guess it's afternoon by now, so it's closed, no action going on here, but still. Have we been arrested on a Sunday lately? No, I don't believe so. So let's not push our luck. But yeah, we found it. Cool beans, man. Cool beans. Well, there you go. Telegraph pole folks. You're welcome. All right, this one comes first, Russ and Katie. So that is our Route 25. Up that way is that SHEPAUG Reload Center. The bed crosses right here where Mr. Terry's going up, and that's the bed of the SHEPAUG southbound into what I believe is Bethel. And we came across this gem. All right, we're getting there. What else is getting there? Is skunk cabbage. You know what time of the year it's getting to be, folks? We're in mid-March 2024. This is SHEPAUG Railroad right here. I see some drill marks, see some beauties. What you got up there, bud? Ode to Mr. Terry Silhouette. SHEPAUG, Litchfield and Northern. Southbound into, again, what I believe is Bethel. Northbound up into the Transload Reload Center. And then ultimately northbound up into Litchfield. Cool beans, we found it. This is an awesome spot. I'll get you the name of the road that we're on here off of 25. Here we are up top. SHEPAUG, Litchfield and Northern, southbound. I do not know the name of this stream, creek, river. It is not the SHEPAUG as it's flowing north. The SHEPAUG, I believe, empties out into the Housatonic. We'll have to check that. I know this area, but I don't know this area. So the narrow section, causeway, channel is probably original. Terry just pointed out that the steel rods, the steel pins, correspond to ones across the way. This larger, closer to us, is 70, 80, 90 years worth of erosion. These big trees were growing in soil when they were saplings, and that was just a little sluice way that the SHEPAUG had to cross. Route 84, as Terry just said, is right there, and these roads, these streams, these waterways, the railroad was all reconfigured with the construction of Route 84. Alright, well, I said I'd get the name of the road. That is Route 25 up there.
This is Old Hollyville.
Old Hollyville Road. Thank you, Terry. Old Hollyville Road and Richmond Road is where we've got Beekman parked for the stonework there. We left the SHEPAUG Reload Center and went south on 25. We're actually standing on the bed. This little iron makeshift gate was put here by railroad personnel. This is the SHEPAUG line. That's the SHEPAUG line right through these folks' nice right side of their yard. It does go back over to that creek and the stonework that we just documented. Hey, that up there is Old Hollyville, or is this Old Hollyville? Not sure, but we came in a little further and there's the bed. Now this bed curves at a slightly different curve than the bed on the other side, so we're thinking this might be where it crosses the road here and goes in behind this house under construction. We're thinking this might be the western leg of the turning Y, where the SHEPAUG went into and out of the New York, New England / New Haven. So this is actually bed right here. This is rail bed right here, right, Terry?
Yes. On this end of this building, I would be almost willing to bet might have something to do with like being a section house, or it stops there and then goes the rest of the way.
Okay, so we're thinking this could have been possibly the site of the old Hollyville station, if there was one.
It's
we'd have to see.
possible.
Maybe a section house. I think you're right, a section house versus a station. We would have to
It stops right here.
okay, so this, oh, and this is new. From here back is new. So from there forward is old, from here back is new. This house is for sale, this property I should say.
You can see the topography. Those logs are loaded right on the ground.
Yep, those logs. This is the rail bed, and it comes out this way. That scared the hell out of me. A sump pump just turned on. It scared the by Jesus out of me. Across the road right there where I just documented. So we're thinking this was the western leg of the turning Y, because the main line is right there. New Haven main line right there. Okay, a little ways further back on this property, we've got this stone lined building, which could have been, you think, spring house maybe?
Spring house or coal cellar.
Yeah, some bricks on that side. There was a door. Yeah, either a cold cellar or a spring house of sorts. But it's right on the edge of the line. And these logs are on the bed. Yep. And they go right back into the main line where that loader is back there. This was dug to divert water around these foundations for this high tension wire, and right out there where that John Deere loader is was the switch, turn off switch, to come on to this part of the leg of the SHEPAUG. The main line is right there. You can see it. All right, so we are now north and east of where we were. This road right here is 67, Connecticut 67. We are in Roxbury Station, of which we've got these numerous buildings: Roxbury Distillery, Mine Hill Distillery. I do believe we're on the bed right here. Roxbury, Connecticut. So Terry, that old foundation up there was probably more or less a freight building.
Platform or something, yeah.
Platform. Give me a shout if you find anything. Building's got a brand new foundation under it. Concrete. Brick chimney. Could be old. This could be a reproduction to make it look period, or it could be original completely revamped? We don't know. It's the Mine Hill Distillery. Yeah, look at that beautiful woodwork in there on the floor. So they retained a lot, or they rebuilt it very nicely. Mine Hill Distillery. So Mine Hill, all this stonework is original. Building's original. I'm thinking, yeah, thinking that was a freight house right there. There are segmented piers holding that building up. So that's a revamped freight house right there. Original metal roof. Roxbury Land Trust. So I'm thinking we're on the bed here, and that's the SHEPAUG River right there. That's the SHEPAUG River, and we've got a nice set of falls over here at the dam. And if so, this is the line right here. This is the bed. This is the corridor right here. Right here, SHEPAUG. Boom, boom, boom. We got it. That is raging today. Let's go check it out. That was definitely a freight building. Those chamfered concrete piers scream freight building. Freight building, freight building. Yes. You got a sign on a tree here. This is private property. Got a beautiful set of falls over there, and I would go out there, except behind me, out of your view, is, oh, there's a man, a gentleman. This is the original road crossing right here. Highway bridge. Vehicular. Model T's probably cross this. Definitely horses and buggies. Yep, this is the road that came into and up that way onto Mine Hill. Sure, absolutely. All right, folks, there's Beekman out on a dirt road. We came in here at Judd's Bridge, Judd', Judd's Bridge. We found this. A real kind and sweet gentleman informed us that we indeed were on the bed. We're right alongside the SHEPAUG River, and this is more than likely right here the corridor of the SHEPAUG. We're gonna find out in a minute here. There's a beaver chew right there. But in the meantime, we've got this building here, and it's period correct, and it's right on the edge of the SHEPAUG River.
There were multiple purposes for this, and milk was one of them. Maybe this was a creamery.
It could have been with the dairy farm right there, Judd's farm.
Maybe.
This could have been a
So this might have been a stop.
yeah. But it's mighty big and mighty impressive and mighty large, and it's newer. It's concrete, it's not stone. Now the older section here is stone. Okay, two separate buildings. Look, this newer one closer to the creek is concrete. That one back there is stone and concrete reinforced. There's some piping in between there too, look. They might have used river water to keep the milk cans cool. We are 100% throwing darts at the wall right now, folks. But every now and then you throw 10 darts and one of them's gonna land. At any rate, this right here leads to that abutment, which leads to the other side, which tells us that I'm standing on the corridor right here, and that would totally follow in line back to that Judd's farm back there. Oh, what do you got here?
I think that's the bed over there. I think we passed it.
You think we
there.
passed where it crossed? Then what's
so.
this? This is mighty impressive.
It's impressive, but it doesn't.
Oh, this has got to be it. And the other one's gone over there.
Yeah,
Okay, we think this is the abutment on this side, and we think that was the abutment on that side. Now, they took a mighty big chance on a curve of a river like this, because at a curve of a river you've got different confluences of currents going every which way, and it might be explain why that abutment is gone. We're at Judd's Bridge, so you guys and gals following along can help us out on the comment section. Yeah, I think I can get down here. I certainly don't want to go swimming today. The water's cold. This is major concrete. Yeah, it's got the bump out down here on the bottom, Terry. Right there. I'm gonna try to get down there. I need both hands though. Okay, right there. That is the abutment that we were on earlier on the south side. This is coming from the tunnel, heading south this way. And we are now on the north side, where indeed the abutment is gone. Gone. It's gone, Terry. How could it be gone?
It's not here, so it must be.
Before the battery died, I was saying that is the abutment over there with the upper building that we thought might be milk, creamery. We've got this marker here, and we are at grade. Again, back that way is the tunnel north, and this is going south to Judd's Bridge. So why is this abutment completely gone? And that's quite a span. Is there actually a center abutment in the center of this river that we can't see now because the water's high? And or was it one single span all the way across? We'll have to go back and check. All right, today, mark on your calendar, kids. Sunday, March. What's today? What's today? Sunday, March.
Today's Sunday.
Today's Arm. Today is Sunday, March something or other, as National Pickup Truck Bed Day. The 10th?
I think today's Sunday.
Okay, we'll go with that. The road we were walking on is way up there. Can't even see it. Came down, we're on the corridor. We got a railroad tie. We're on the bed. SHEPAUG River down there. We are now, what would this be? South? South of the tunnel.
Yes.
We are now south of the tunnel, coming in, walking north. We are south of the tunnel. We came in from Judd's farm, and we're going to try to find a tunnel from this side. Nice gentleman raking his lawn told us it was not far. We'll see. Continuing north toward the tunnel, still south of the tunnel. We've got a lot of railroad tie umbrage laying here. Seems they got sloppier and lazier as they got south of discarding and taking with them. They're all over the place here. we were just talking, it's still in the upper 30s, low 40s today, but I saw the news and the weather this morning, and they're saying possibly 60 by the end of this coming week. So Yogi and Boo Boo and Billy Bear will be awake, mighty hungry. What's that?
Hide your picnic baskets.
Hide your picnic baskets. Yes, yes. We are mightily high above the SHEPAUG right now. And for all you guys watching, here's a quiz. Tell me in the comment section what SHEPAUG means in Native American language. I know. Do you? Huh. We came upon this area here, and they seem to have it blocked off. Although it won't stop us. Oh, that's because that's private property we were just walking on. That's Judd's Bridge Farm. Look at how high up we are here. Oh, this is why the power lines cross here. That's why this is all clear cut. We got power lines crossing here, and the utility companies come in and they cut all these trees down. Hey, Terry, here's a tie still in place. Still in place, look.
Oh, wow.
Still goes across.
Cool.
Across the bed, right there.
Yep.
And look at this beautiful Andromeda and laurel. And it's starting to rain. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Waste of firewood, but they can't take it with them.
That was what we were on.
Yeah. I'm going down and check this one out. Okay. Hey! Can you hear me? I can see you. Yeah, right. Well, we're now coming into the south portal of the tunnel, opposite of the way we came the last time. And here we are. We figured we'd make the trek for you guys and actually include not one, not two, but 3 tunnels, all in the same day, all in the same video. Housatonic, New York, New England, and SHEPAUG, Litchfield, and Northern. You're welcome. In case you missed the, oh,
For you, buddy.
yeah. Cliff. Okay, dripping water. Here we are. No flashlight today, Terry, and you could have used one today. Well, we hope you guys had as much fun as Terry and I did exploring these 3 tunnels today. Thanks for watching Lost Rail Beds. We'll catch you on the next one.